Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls here, to what is game number 1 of our final series of the day, the SkinCoin WCA tournament. The winner of this moves on to the European regional qualifiers of sorts. Then the winner of that will move on to what is the main event here of the overseeing European regionals. Again, top 2 then from that advance on to the eventual LAN and take a portion of the prize pool. The point is, we got a series here. That's what matters. We got SFTe-sports taking on Team Moriarty here in this best of 3. SFT, again, they've been on a run of sorts. Team Moriarty, one of the open qualifier teams making it this far. We'll see how they match up. I am BreakyCPK, joined by ZrRock. And real quickly, before we get too much into the draft, once again, if you type !SkinCoin in chat, it'll bring up a giveaway information that we're doing right now. But also, if you go to skincoin.org, you can find more information on this new cryptocurrency in the esports market. You can actually trade for your favorite skins within Dota 2 and CSGO as well. So definitely check it out, guys, skincoin.org. Okay, ZrRock, we made it to this game now. Game 1 of this best of 3 starting at the default time. Feels good, man. Feels good, man.
Back on schedule after an 11-minute GG.
That was something. I still can't believe that, but 11-minute GG coming out of effect, just too strong, I guess. All right, so this one, though, I'm not expecting that by any means, but SFTe-sports, as I was kind of getting at before we went on the break there, this is a team that's actually been on a lot of momentum and proving that you don't necessarily need to be some big-name team to actually have decent success, even. So.
Yeah. I mean, these guys have played together for a little while now. They've been through the run of a couple different names, and yeah, they've come out strong. I mean, they obviously had a huge upset last week, and looking to see if they can keep that momentum going forward. I'm not gonna say this should be like an easy series necessarily, but no. I think they're definitely the heavy favorites going into this. And these are the kind of series, though, that if you lose, it's such a black mark, but if you win, it's just expected.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair way to put it. So I guess you can argue that's where the pressure's on SFTe-sports, where Team Moriarty, again, coming in with the open qualifier. They essentially have nothing to lose. I do believe I recognize the name Team Moriarty. I know I've seen them in open qualifiers before.
They had a whole different roster.
Did they? Okay, well then. So much for that.
Yeah, Moriarty has been a name that's been around for a while, but they've swapped players around. Definitely, it's just been a name that's played. Yeah, we casted a few of them a while back.
Okay.
Dire team pick.
Right.
They get definitely the more meta opening here with AA, Necro, Earthshaker, but SFTe-sports doing a little bit of their own here, picking up Doom and Clockwork to pair alongside that first pick Lich.
Yeah, we see an Earthshaker ZrRock. There's a team that respects it here.
10 seconds
About time
remaining.
indeed. I was pulling up the Dota buff here of SFTe-sports, and I am noticing Clockwork is actually up there on the list for them. He's actually one of the more popular heroes. They've played, what would that be, 47 games recently. He's actually been picked in 11 of them, which puts him in a top 10 as far as most picked for this team. So overall, Clockwork's not necessarily considered in the meta, but for SFTe-sports, they run it. And they run it pretty well.
And I think we have a lot of heroes like that right now, that if they're your hero, if they're your team's thing, sure, jam them in, make them work. And not sure yet which is going to be the offlaner and which one's going to be the 4 position between Doom and Clock, but I would imagine it's going to be offlane Clock, 4 position Doom. But we'll see.
Is there an advantage for one way or the other? I mean, Clockwork, I guess if you put him offlane, get him level 6 sooner in that hook shot, maybe a little more kill potential, and it's obviously much less cooldown than the Doom's ultimate as well.
He's also just a little more survivable. Like, Cogs can manipulate creep equilibrium to make sure you get some XP, can save you from a bad spot. He actually has kill potential, too, if he catches, like, the AA off on his own. Just all in all, a little bit better as far as what he can do in the offlane.
All right, well, the minute of reserve time remaining here for Team Moriarty. Overall, a pretty quick start to their draft, but now they got the 3 solid picks out of the way. And thinking of how do they respond to what's looking potentially to be a pretty aggressive roam-heavy lineup. Heroes such as Clockwork and Doom. Mirana's good for dealing with that, as that leap allows her a good tool, and Moonlight Shadows, of course, is of good assistance here.
And Moonlight's one of those things that, it shouldn't be that hard to counter, right? You just buy detection. But when you're talking 5 heroes being invis, it's really hard to get enough detection to cover that much ground. That skill can do some massive work.
Okay, so we're going to see the Thompson Invoker.
This pretty much... Oh, this is the Quaswex Invoker, right?
Yep. That's what I was going to point out.
Oh, boy. You have a Clockwork. Just go Exort and Sunstrike stuff.
He's not going to. Guarantee you. He always goes Quaswex.
Yeah, because we said this last time. It would have been an insane Exort game. And I think they actually lost the game we casted when you tried going Quaswex. But
yeah. No, I've cast him a couple times, and I feel like I've seen this hero now several times, and it hasn't necessarily performed up to what his expectations are, I feel like. And obviously he's made it work, and again, he's very comfortable with the hero. But personally, it hasn't been the most recognizable yet, I guess. But yeah. he likes the Quaswex. He goes that build, the early Urn especially, and that does allow him to also, be more active with a team like this, too, in the sense of at least crowd control and getting some more charges. So he will not have the Sunstrike, but still.
Wraith King.
Wow. 5th pick, the Wraith King.
This is going to be like a killing them slowly lineup out of SFT. If he goes Quaswex Invoker, you have a Wraith King, Doom. Like, none of these heroes front load that much damage. You have Chain Frost out of Lich, and that's pretty much it for burst damage.
10 seconds remaining.
SFT looking to play the very, very long game in team fights. Just draw them out, make it last forever. I'm curious to see how this is going to go for him here.
Is Anti-Mage a good final pick here?
That would make your lanes kind of weak. You'd have to have off-lane
Phantom
Necro
Laser.
then. That's better.
You may now select your heroes.
You could even go Necrovoke Nature's Prophet if you really wanted to. Just mana burn the Wraith King.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of some mana burn presence or like a Diffusal. They do have Marana, who could definitely pick up a Diffusal, of course.
This gives them a nice, scary Tricore, though. Like, if any lane wins, it's got the potential to turn into their one position, technically. I'm going to be curious to see how they utilize the Nature's Prophet here, whether it's going to be the standard Orchid into Shadowblade, or if they're going to look to go something like a Necrobook Vlad's and push with him. They definitely have options here. Illidan Stormrage with the dopey Lich King set. Wraith King set. Look at that ugly helmet.
Looks bad. You're right.
It's terrible.
There's some badass ones, but this one just looks goofy. Really.
Like, this Clockwork set is amazing. It's the one that the one girl won the cosplay contest with. It looks so good.
Oh yeah, no, that was I'm blanking on her name, and I feel bad saying it this way, but that was Cap's girlfriend. Yeah,
I know. I'm the same way right now. Like,
darn it. Switch here at the end game.
Her online name starts with an N, but I can't remember what it is.
All right, but he's going to be on the Wraith King. It doesn't necessarily change how he plays it. Just won't look as good playing it, unfortunately. All right, early vision goes down. Lich makes a point to get down here.
Narco
Lord at the bottom.
by the way.
What's the name?
It's like Narok Lime.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
It's Ellie. That's okay.
Oh!
So arrow does connect thanks to the Fisher there. That's going to be an easy first blood.
I thought the arrow was going to be just a little bit off, but no.
The Fisher made it work.
It did. So that's a first blood for Team Moriarty. That's a... again, they come into this figuring, I'm sure, that they're a little bit of an underdog at least, and I guess that's one way to take the edge off. Just run at them as 5 heroes and get a first blood.
Indeed. And that was a level 1 that there was no way that SFT could contest. Like, you have Sacrifice on Lich, Invoker can't do anything at 1. Your Doom has Devour. Like, their level 1 is really bad.
Wraith King comes back in, but obviously Earthshaker's still hanging around. Ancient Apparitions here. He's going to try to take it. Fissure. Oh, the Fissure was on top.
With a tree.
Yeah. Close. Close. Well,
I'm a bit surprised they didn't just run in and grab that.
That's what I was thinking. I don't think they tried to deny it, but I think he tried to fissure and then get it, but he actually fissured at a point where it kind of blocked his pathing. And so he went the other direction instead when he tried to click on it. So it was just really funky, and they end up giving 3 bounty runes ultimately because of that. So now, again, they got first blood. I'll take that, but a little bit of a recovery there. Middle. Ooh, almost got Invoker.
That's good. To Fisher him off here, you can't last it right now.
True.
Even if you block him in, you're probably not finding a kill there, but made a miss TCS.
Nature's Prophet, spawning the trees and running them at Wraith King. More single target focus, so it's going to be tough for him to take care of those. And now Lich, actually. He finds some friends. I'm just going to run at him. Gosh, these things are getting just so annoying. And neither one of these heroes are the greatest at dealing with the plethora of them, so.
Yeah, there's just no real way to handle their harassment.
Nature's Prophet having a good start. What's the middle lane? You got, so there is another hero here. You got Earthshaker going at it with Doom. Eventually he's going to back off as he has those boots, pop the mana potion. Both 4 positions, though, in the area, so sure enough, Clockwork is in the off lane, being played by Nikwa here. And speaking of top lane, Ancient Apparition may wrap around. He doesn't have his cold feet just yet, so just going to put the harassment in. Chilling Touch applied, but
this actually gives Clock an opening, though. If he finds AA, he can kill him now that Chilling Touch is down. Nowhere to find him, though. 2-minute bounty rune coming up. That's where AA is. Gonna pick that up. Bottom bounty rune. Nature's Prophet. He'll snipe it in front of Peksu. On the Lich there. Peksu took Ice Armor at 2, so really no aggression coming out from this Lich here. Just looking to survive and sustain.
Wraith King, what does he get here? The armlet for earlier battle, or does he maybe go for a full Radiance? Yeah, that's a courier kill.
Earthshaker just ran in and sniped it. I think it's gonna be the armlet build. I like the Radiance build a lot, but we've seen a lot more people lately when they are playing Wraith King. It's just armlet blink into more damage, and you just try to blink crit somebody.
Yeah, always the issue of a Wraith King especially is just that kite factor, and this is going to be a difficult team to stick on, it feels like. Sprout, Fissure blocks are both going to be very annoying. Obviously the escape that they do have on heroes like Mirana, Ghost Shroud on Necrophos. It's not really a friendly Wraith King game, so yeah. I'm actually kind of looking at this pick more now and thinking what they really thinking with it, but they're confident, I'm sure.
That is the question.
Gonna have to make it work here. Thompson, though, Quaswex is committed to. No surprise there. Middle lane.
That is ours.
What, or actually over here. They just keep attacking each other, man. These guys do not like each other.
Yeah, Earthshaker's been trying to just keep tabs on where Doom is to stop those early ganks. Make sure he can't come in and do anything crazy with it. But I like this a lot. Doom grabbed the Wildwind Ripper and just started tornadoing a stack he had made for himself. This is going to be a good chunk of XP.
Equa. He's good. He got a little low right there with the Death Pulse. But stays alive, and still no Shrine yet, though. Still another minute before that's happening.
Radiant are scanning.
Ooh, Doom. They do scan out the Earthshaker, but can't get there in time for the Bounty Rune. Mentioned that Wandering Ripper, taking it over and finishing off the last bit of that camp there instead. So Earthshaker will snipe that Bounty Rune and head backwards.
Illusion.
To his own Bounty Rune, actually.
Dire
Yeah, man, here he has Arcane Boots. Yeah, geez, this is a pretty good start for this Earthshaker.
It goes both ways, though. The Doom could have just had his own Arcane Boots instead upgraded the Courier. They're both sitting very nice for supports. Tons of gold.
Earthshaker working off of that first blood. Middle lane, Thompson in trouble. Has Tornado. Those auto attacks, though, even the illusions. Tornado's out. Ghost Walk popped. They do not have vision. Quaswex allows him to have the early Ghost Walk here.
So. Super defensive, which, as I said, it gets him in scenarios where he can get out of stuff like that. And this many points in Quas means he's got 16 regen already. So going to be very close to full health again here shortly. But I think they're going to double back and try to go in. There's the Fissure, but no follow-up arrow yet.
They're running at him now. I mean, he needs TP support, I feel like.
Tower is under attack.
Nothing's coming in just yet.
Run. Shrine's up.
All right, yeah, he's good.
It off.
He's got it. Just not enough damage. I mean, you're all right with that regen, as they do take out Nature's Prophet bottom lane. That's a big kill. What did he have, a Centaur? Looks like it. It's a Wraithfire Blast with a Centaur Stomp, and, of course, Lich there as well for the assist. So able to get the big kill on Nature's Prophet, because it seemed like that lane was going overall pretty well for him, but now the death obviously slowing him down a bit. As Who got that kill? That was Doom. Picking it up even. Still doesn't have Arcane Boots. What did he buy? He actually bought Infused Ranger.
Might be in trouble top. Yeah, he's dead.
Not what you expect with that.
Yes, he is. Earthshaker was coming in just in case. Already fissure blocked him, though.
Again, Nikwa, we saw Clockwork, I believe, yesterday do the same thing, where we're back to going max battery assault, which is great to pick off supports and look to find kills when the supports leave, maybe, but max rocket just puts out so much damage over a sustained period of time. Would really assist in just turning some of these dives on mid lane.
Man, this Earthshaker is on point with picking up all these bounty runes across the map. He gets another one at the top lane.
My favorite game is a 4. See how many bounty runes you can collect in the early game.
Get that objective up there. Nikwa again is in trouble.
He's... Oh, Reaper. No. I thought he was going to get turn kill there if the Reaper didn't come out.
Well, he was setting up for it, but as soon as Reaper came out, no chance.
Yep.
So Clockwork dead again. Earthshaker. Ooh, Earthshaker running into Doom. Doom crew with that Hellbear Smasher.
Lich TPing too.
They don't have a stopper though. Good decision.
Womp womp.
Able to get out. Thompson though seems like he's starting to zone out this Mirana now a little bit, playing more aggressive, knowing that Earthshaker wasn't nearby. And pushing up in his face, and again goes back to the idea of Quas. I mean, he already has 7 regen. 7 health regen, that is.
Yeah, you are never able to trade with the Invoker as the Mirana right now. It's either kill him or nothing.
And there's the Urn queued up. So again, pretty typical stuff for a Thompson Invoker at least. Not your usual in general, but
Nature's Prophet is queuing up that Medallion of Courage, so trying to get them an easy way to get into the Rush Pit and try to secure an early Roshan kill.
Wraith King, Gloves of Haste. Is that Armlet? Is that Midas? Is the question.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling it's going to be Midas. Finally, Earthshaker punished for his waddling around. This Doom managed to just slam in the face.
Oh, Chill ports in on Nature's Prophet. Unfortunately, did not get here in time. Thompson reacted and with that tornado as well, bought him plenty of time to get out. The Sprout also just missed on the outside.
All in all, though, the slow game should be favoring Moriarty. They are running a full Tricore setup, so as the farm keeps going up here on these 3 carries, they can definitely do a lot.
Yeah. Doom falling back with the Lich Armor on him. Meanwhile, the top lane, Flash is going to be blocked in. There's that Battery Assault doing plenty of damage. And Nico gets credit for the kill. That level 3 Battery Assault Cold Feet is not going to proc off. The Ice Vortex, though, slowing him down on top of the Fissure. Mirana jumping in, has an arrow. Arrow. Doesn't even need it. Just auto attacks are plenty. And hookshot didn't really have the chance to use it though. EMP tornado
combo.
Hooked
to the neutral creeps.
Oh, to try to get away.
Yeah, if he had enough mana, he could have ripped himself over to the neutrals, but about 1 second too late.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, Thompson here. Urn has been finished.
Another courier snipe. Nature's Prophet saw it here with that deep ward near the secret shop. It had run out there to grab something and just sprouted in, got the kill.
There we go, found it. Has that medallion finish as you were talking about. So possible Roshan middle lane, hookshot in. EMP is on top. This Earthshaker probably dead. All the mana's all of a sudden gone. And Tornado to help finish him off right there. Clockwork still alive. No, not for long. He is starting to drop the Wrath of Nature happens. Retreat though from SFTe. And Necrophosis got here a little bit too late. He has that Reaper Scythe, but could not get in range of anyone. So the dive successful for the Radiant team.
Raindrop did some work for Clockwork there. Saved him entirely.
Middle lane. They are going to kill him, actually. Okay, so Nature's Prophet does port in and secures that one. A Reaper Scythe kill on top of that. Went away, and then right as I go away, it seemed like that's when they were jumping in. Go figure.
Yeah, Reaper not actually getting the kill there, but it was used to keep him in place long enough for Chill to come on in.
Well, middle tower going to be heavily pressured now, and that's going to be a dead tower despite the Lich Armor's best attempts. Tries to deny it. The Dire team gets credit for it, even with the Wild Ring Ripper Tornado. Does not deter them. Necrophos going the tempo build of the drums here. That's not something we see on Necros too often.
Yeah, generally, we've just seen if people are going to look to go that route, they just go Aethos instead. I'm not sure what I think about it. I mean, it's just better overall in the mid game because you can use the drums, but his team's not really on the front foot right now. Their Earthshaker's a long ways off the blink.
That's what I'm kind of wondering. Is it does allow him to get in better position to ideally set up a Reaper Scythe too with the increased move speed, but yeah, is this really a game though where they're grouping out, pushing objectives? That's why I'm with you too. It feels like is it really the best item choice here, rather than just committing to more farm perhaps, but. Does have the 4 staff queued up now. As top lane, hookshot coming out on a Nature's Prophet in response. They were jumping the Doom right here, but Doom's going to be fine, it seems like. Nature's Prophet goes down, and Doom actually has his ultimate, but never really found a spot to use it.
Great positioning there from Geekwa to turn that. That would have absolutely been a kill on Doom. Beautiful hookshot in.
Bottom tower, some more pressure, but Wraith King, he has 2,000 gold saved up now. He probably doesn't have his hand of minus simply because the courier's dead still. But that's unfortunate. I mean, that's that much longer now, the hand of minus he doesn't have. And obviously that's going to put the timer even on a longer cooldown as far as being able to use it.
If you're at this stage, though, do you even go it? Like, if you wanted to farm more, you're already over halfway to a relic.
Well got
he does get it.
I mean, he does commit to it,
yeah.
But that's... So as I said, it sucks the courier was that put off your almost an entire Midas use. So with that much gold saved up, I feel like you could have just committed to the relic.
Yeah, no, that's true. The increased attack speed. No, also Lycan, and does use a hand of Midas immediately as he gets it, of course. So another 700 plus gold saved up. Keep an eye to see what he gets next. Blink Dagger, Earthshaker, 1,000 gold saved up on him. Gonna set up bottom lane here. Necrophos here as well. Remember, he does have the reincarnation. So you don't want to overcommit for a kill if you're Team Moriarty.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's coming right back up. I assume if you kill him with the Reaper Scythe, like he gets the regen and everything, right? It just wouldn't delay the resurrection by any means.
I don't believe it counts as a unit.
Really? So he wouldn't get the regen?
Don't quote me on that. I'm not positive. But
well, I'm curious then, because that is an interesting mechanic to think about. A matchup such as this one, but maybe we'll see it coming to play. Meanwhile, they find Earthshaker hanging around a little bit too long. That EMP is going to hit everybody. The Chain Frost coming out, and that's a dead Necrophos. The Urn with the Cold Snap as well. You saw in the midst of that. Doing plenty. That EMP, though, was huge from Thompson. And already level, just about maxed out Wex, so burn like crazy.
He's so far ahead in this game.
Dire's bottom tower
Stuff like that you're not used to seeing on an Invoker until much later on in the game because of the usual builds, but this is the Thompson style. Oh yeah, that's an easy kill. With the rocket to assist in the Urn, yeah. That Cold Snap Urn combo, man.
No echo up yet, or they could look to turn this.
You're right. I was like, it's going to echo here, but he didn't have it. They're still going to try. Indeed, the Ice Blast does connect. Maybe Clockwork Ellie is going to die. The cogs go up, trying to live a little bit longer. Buy time for Invoker, too, and he does. But they do find the Clockwork Ellies. Meanwhile, Wraith King, he's finding himself top lane. Just kind of doing his thing. Really pushing. Hasn't died yet. I guess he has died, technically. He was first blooded at the very beginning of the game, but since then, essentially hasn't died.
Popping off, too. I mean, bought that Midas about a minute ago, sitting at another 2,000 gold already. He's going to be very, very large. The question here, though, is if you commit to a Midas, what's your follow-up item? Because a lot of times it's going to be something like Armlet or Deso or some sort of damage that's early game oriented. But you already have one slot committed to your Midas. You don't have that much room.
Yeah.
So maybe he goes the Radiance here, something later game.
I think he does, honestly. Yeah, it's the burn's still going to be pretty useful in general, just let alone the damage amp that it provides. So, with the Radiance farming at it, it still just seems so good. Wraithfire Blast? No, you can't find him. If you get out by Earthshaker, they're going to throw a random tornado trying to hunt for him. But as we know, he is gone. So instead, we'll just go back, finish off the tower, and yeah, at this point, you almost figure he is going for it. Sitting on almost 2,500 gold now, is 2,600 even with the tower kill.
The only other thing I could think of is if he just wants to match his team's tempo here, they obviously are pushing the game forward. They're the aggressors in most cases here. Maybe he just goes blink. You're not going to do that much damage, but it gives you a way to get another initiation off.
Is under attack.
But yeah, I like
Radiant structures
Relic much
are
better here, I
fortified.
believe.
Nikwa, he finds A once again. Ice Blast in the face. He has a lot of support nearby. Does the Ancient Apparition,
That
though.
Sprout,
It might have helped him. Oh, the hook
it just
shot,
saved
though.
him.
Dire's top tower.
That Sprout saved the
Oh,
AA.
it saved the
He
AA.
sprouted the AA
Okay.
itself.
has fallen.
Like, he chose not to sprout Clockwork. He sprouted AA, and that put enough distance between AA and Clock that Battery Assault couldn't hit him.
Okay, that makes
was
makes more sense.
amazing.
I thought you meant it was just like delaying the
Dire's
kill on
top
Clockwork,
tower
but
is
no,
under
it's
attack.
okay. So it saved Ancient Apparition in the end too.
Yeah, AA was dead to 1, if not 2 more Battery Assault ticks.
Good turn kill on him, but you kind of look at the big picture though. That's essentially space created for SFTe-sports as you got the top lane push-in happening. As Thompson's up here even, that his own drums finished. Look, he has a Necronomicon. I don't think I've seen the Necro build on him yet with this style.
If you get to hit buildings with it, it just decimates towers. You just alacrity the melee minion, and it just beats them down.
Nice.
Dire's top tower has
Well,
fallen.
that's going to be the goal then.
Radiant's
It's a little
bottom
bit risky,
tower is
though,
under attack.
because that build feeds a lot of gold to the enemy team if they can kill off the Necro units. So, gonna see if it pays off here. He will have it at a pretty reasonable timing. Generally, you want to have Necro 3 prior to 20 minutes. He should be right at about that pace.
I feel like Wraith King is just porting from lane to lane, just freely pushing and just hitting creeps. Like, he's just literally right-clicking everything, and nothing's stopping him. Meanwhile, Hookshot catches Nature's Prophet, and he's by himself,
all that
too.
does.
He gets to the minions, at least. But this is buying more time for Wraith King to get here. Yeah, he might not even need it. Oh, Sprout, not going to matter. Max out Rocket now. That is what Wraith King does, though, as you're getting at, but he bought the Sacred Outlook, I'm pretty sure. And they need to be careful for that courier not to die, by the way. That's an expensive courier. So catcher shaker, though, and looking for more. Jane Frost is going to bounce at least once. Only once. They are going to catch Ancient Apparition. Will they get Necrophos? Oh, he wanted to doom him. He does doom a little bit late. He does have a purge, by the way. Activates it right there. Obviously, he's dusted as well, so this should be a kill on Necrophos, too. As that
creeps are so sick.
Yeah, the level 1 Necronomicon. Triple kill from Pexu, by the way.
Whoops.
My bad, guys. Not really. You know he's loving it. Yeah, that's the Necronomicon. Already having a level 1 Necronomicon this early on with everything else is crazy. Bottom lane, by the way. So finally they're addressing the Wraith King. And he has Reincarnate.
So they're going to get him once. But we got Nikwa rotating in here.
He bought a little bit of time. Clockwork's ready. Hookshot. You know what's coming. Here we go. Hookshot flies to the back with the Echo Slam. They'll lock in at Wraith King with the Cold Feet, and they do kill Wraith King. That Blade Mail on Clockwork. How many turn kills can they get out of this? Clockwork may end up falling. He sure will. The response still a little bit late. They did not have a Tier 1 tower up, so it took a while. And actually a 2-for-0 for Moriarty. So good job.
That's a huge kill. Bringing down Wraith King pre-Radiance, so you're slowing that timing here by a minute or 2. I like Wraith King hiding the Relic, too. He's just leaving it on the courier for now. Did he move it into his
Nah, it's on his
stash?
backpack now.
Now it's in his backpack, yeah. And he is going to have to sell something to slot this in here unless he wants to backpack the TP spell. So if he sells the Quelling Blade, he's basically at the Radiance.
Well, he's going to come up in a couple of seconds. So as you mentioned, we'll have that here very shortly. The Dire team, though. Nature's Prophet, how's he been looking? He went to Hannah Midas after the medallion, and they haven't done a Roshan even remotely attempted it either, though. And I think it's understandable with the way this game's been playing out, but not getting as much value out of that early medallion as they wanted, perhaps. Especially with the drums on top of that from Necrophos. You know, they were really ready to take objectives.
Yeah, this game's just been so fast-paced, so bloody.
Twice the toy.
Ancient Apparition just chilling. Bottom lane. Radiance delivered to Wraith King.
Picked up on Necro, or on Lich, though.
Yep. We saw this in the previous series. Get an Ogre Mage, man. There's one here. Oh, it's going to be dead, though. 17 armor, yo. So good. But any creepy takes over. Obviously pretty powerful. But yeah, Helm of the Dominator, I think it's just back. Like, we're seeing it more and more. It's not even just an NA thing. We've seen it now multiple times in these European matches, so
I kind of want to see him grab a pack leader. The movement speed aura. Oh, is he going to get out? Nice hook shot.
Cold snap happened too.
A little advice.
Both together. Bottom lane, what is this about? Wraith King gets a turn kill. Does not have reincarnate. Missed chances kicking in. Oh, he turns for the kill onto Earthshaker and he gets it. That's the power of Wraith King.
And that should be an open top lane to shove for a little while now. I don't think they can get to the tower in time. It should take about 20 seconds to clear the wave there. And pulling the small camp, not going to help the cause. So, will be all they get out of it. But still, going 3 for 1 there, super huge. That man up from Wraith King, though. Nothing like the 15% crit.
I don't even know how much it was, but obviously it was more than enough to finish him. It was lots to kill.
That's my scientific analysis right there.
Lots. But yeah, Helm of the Dominator on Lich, he does get the Ogre Frostmage, so again, he doesn't have level 4 armor just yet, so right now it's only a measly, well, that'd be 13 armor that he's applying to everyone, but...
So this Invoker keeps running around a ward in top lane, and they did see that no one else is here, so they're looking to try to post up on Thompson, but it's a really hard kill, and Nikwa is in hookshot range.
Pinging out Roshan. When I at least start attempting that here. Lich is just going in. He places the ward. Ancient Apparition, he's dead. He got a little too curious. Ice Blast, that's way off. He's kind of just panicked there. So should be a free Roshan now. Without your Ice Blast.
Should be critting for like, yeah, 1,200.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They're in the area, but yeah, this is so dangerous here. I mean, Echo Slam, sure.
You would need the AA. Like, Echo into AA can easily defend this. But... Oh, he gets the steal!
He stole it. He stole it, so that's a big play. I mean, he's going to die after again, but...
Not only does he get the Aegis, he gets the Roshan kill. That's huge.
Oh, wow, you're right. He did actually get the kill, too. Okay. Now top lane, though. Nature's Prophet. Pushed out. Takes a little bit of the burn, at least. Ice Blast flies in, doesn't connect, though. So, yeah, I mean, that's obviously big. That prevents them from having the Aegis now and even getting the kill. Nice swing, but is that really going to stop SFTe-sports is my question now? Because Echo Slam is down.
It was cool.
It was cool, yes. I agree there. I do agree there. But you have a reincarnation.
Might stop them until Wraith King gets Blink. Maybe not, because this Necro Book is going to be up again in 10 seconds, but... All in all, I don't know. I can respect the play. It was brave.
Oh, it's worth it. It's worth it, especially when it works out, of course. So it's definitely not questioning that. It's just more so.
Now we get to deal with the Necro unit, though. With Alacrity and double ice armor, it should do a lot of work here.
Yep,
not even gonna get the chance.
Just dies.
Just gets murdered.
It did not have ice armor on it, to be fair.
No,
it didn't help.
Well, it was gonna die anyway, but.
All right.
This is the risk of Necrobook, though. If it doesn't get time to hit a building, you just fed them 200 gold from that one and another 200 when they kill this one.
Yep. This is what in the talks whenever we do discuss this item, there's a reason why we do rarely see it, and I think that's kind of the biggest argument. It is kind of that all-in mentality of like you're using it to.
It's like killing the 5 position every minute and a half.
Yeah. So, well, he has it. Coming off going on about 40 seconds now. They're going to pressure the secondary tower middle, though. Still easily get it. The blink, of course, finished on Wraith King. So he's able to jump in there. Nature's Prophet, he gets out before they catch him. Keeping out the bottom lane here to top.
Nikwa's done a great job just bodying this Nature's Prophet, though. He's totally affected Nature's Prophet's item choice, forcing his hand and making him get the Force Staff, just to prevent the solo kills. Like, he's just getting destroyed by Clock every time Clock's on.
There's a Diffusal with the Manta style from Mirana. So that's kind of I feel like a key item this game. Multiple reasons. The purging of the ice armor as well as Wraith King, the mana burn.
Yep. It can definitely matter. The issue is killing Wraith King slow enough that you burn enough mana.
caught
Big
that.
kill, though.
Yeah, that was an initiation from Earthshaker. The arrow connected as a result, and the Ice Blast came out on top of it. So yeah, big kill. That's 530 bonus gold for the Earthshaker actually,
and 400 gold from the Necro that he used.
All right. Well, that's a nice boost there for them.
The seeds of fortune.
But yeah, that steal of Roshan, it did definitely shift momentum here, because without the Aegis, I mean, they still tried as we were talking about, but they weren't really able to do too much, and ultimately had to fall back. So now we're kind of in that. They basically bought themselves like another almost 10 minutes, it feels like.
Yeah.
By doing that. Of what was looking like a decent lead going for SFTe-sports, but this is not going to help the cause, although Earthshaker, yeah, he's still dead.
Very close to getting out there, but committing the Echo without any real turn potential, super risky. Like, now that tool's down for 2 minutes. That's a pretty big window.
This is Nikwa coming up here, battery assault. Kind of zones out the minions a little bit. The blade mail up, slowly chipping away. At the life goal, buying time. Tornado misses. Here comes a Wraithfire Blast, though. Connecting on A. 3 shots him. And now they're looking to finish the Nature's Prophet. The arrow got sniped by the Ogre. It almost hit the Wraith King. The Reaper Scythe, by the way, does not get the kill in the end. And now Doom's going to end up dying to that split up of Murano with the Manta Style, but the Chain Frost takes out Necrophos. He buys back immediately. What the hell just happened? We're sitting here talking about buying time, and all of a sudden they're pushing at Tier 3.
Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, that was just one pick after another. The AA can't get caught like that. Now with no Echo and no AA Blast for a few seconds, it's giving a lot of time for SFT to beat into this tower.
Alacrity's up the catapult. There's the jump on Murano. Can we get any big crits? There's one, and that's all they needed. Down he goes. Illidan will fall, but coming right back up with the Reincarnate, and it's a level 3 Reincarnate too, by the way. It's only a 40-second cooldown, and he's kind of stuck. We have another Force Staff. Oh boy,
this is awkward.
Very awkward. Okay, he is going to live. That would have been really bad if he died right after again, but.
And the joys of Alacrity and Siege Creep getting you the free Tier 3. Shrine's now available, and Chill honestly playing very aggressive here with his positioning.
He's dead. Might be. Yulzed up. Earthshaker. Gonna fissure to stop them. That Cold Snap, though, with the Urn. There's the hook shot. And Nature's Prophet definitely dead. He's dead for 50 seconds. You're right. Very aggressive play on his part. You can tell he probably wanted to snipe Wraith King, but that's a risky move.
Lich again. Whoops.
What did he do? Oh, we got the kill?
Yeah, got the kill.
He did get the kill. He's doing that on purpose. You know, like, he's like, oh, my bad, guys. Totally didn't mean to press Q. Kill secured. So, yeah, Moriarty, they bought themselves time, but SFTe-sports, one pick after the other, leads in the eventual top push here. And
Echo is back up again, though.
Ice Blast. And it is. Cold Snap's applied.
He just needs to pull the trigger. I think you have to go before they get to the point where they're posted up like this.
Well, there's the Echo first. The Ice Blast on top. And tops in. He does melt. 90 seconds. He has a buyback. Chain Frost is bouncing around. And they'll take out Earthshaker. He's going to be staying dead. He kind of did his job, though. Necrophos going at it with Nico. Puts the blade up. Oh, the Cogs and the Sprout interaction actually pushes out the Necrophos. Kind of helps him there. And Illidan will eventually fall. Again, Reincarnate, though, bringing him back up. I don't know if they have a response to help him here, though. The Force Staff going to try to save. Yeah, they're definitely pursuing this. Although, can't go too far. Doomed up on a Necrophos, and that will be enough to get away.
They're going to feel kind of upset they didn't clear out that melee racks, though. Saw it falling down to about 200 health. Would have only been a couple more autos from Illidan, but they're really not feeling like it's worth committing his life for it.
5,000 plus gold, by the way, on Wraith King. So he really can buy anything here.
Yeah, this follow-up item's always hard. You got to make the decision on what to go. There's actually, like, Heart's fine, which is what he has queued up. That gives him a lot of damage, a lot of tankiness. It's a fine item. I was almost wondering if he wasn't going to go on Ags just to help them close this game out. It resurrects you as a ghost for a whole bunch of time.
Yeah, no, I was trying to recall. So it's after the does that work before the reincarnate though, or you'd reincarnate first and then after that you would then okay.
And it works for all your nearby allies too. So your invoker can keep on beating on stuff, and you can all of your heroes can use their skills and everything too. It's actually pretty nuts. if you're really close to finishing a game and you need to find the way to do it, that can definitely be a way.
He does have it. I was thinking more along the lines of AC, if anything, help with your building push. Nice synergy, you know, even Invoker can benefit from it, but also nice defense against the Mirana right here, who's
They
actually
just want
doing
him
good
to be a
physical, but
wall.
yeah, this is that. Yeah, the heart will do that. 3,500 life and beating away at the top shrine here. They're not stopping this. And yeah, you do have Lich providing the armor, of course. He actually currently has a Centaur now taking over. With that Helm of the Dominator. There goes the top shrine. Roshan, he still has just under 2 minutes. Pretty long Roshan respawn here. So going to have to wait a bit longer before that happens. Clockwork, we mentioned the idea of an Axe. He's going to be going to an Axe, it looks like. Lower cooldown.
12-second hook shots. Invoker Zag's flying out to him as well. So he can finally cast more than like 3 spells in the fight.
Oh, can he? Oh, look at the. Yeah, that was well played. Okay, Nature's Prophet, he was using the minion right there to block out any hookshot attempt while he was TPing away. So good job. Back to the top lane, though. Obviously, SFTe-sports is trying to get in. They send the Centaur on the front lines. And now Thompson follows. That's not Thompson. That's Wraith King following it up. They burn Mirana as well with the Doom. And he might end up dying. You don't think so? He's going to get bit of the fountain? Yeah, it looks like he is going to survive. But he's out of the fight. That's what really matters. Chain Frost going around the Ghost Shell's not going to save Necro. He melts away. He's dead for 75 seconds now. That's a dieback for him. And that is finally the melee racks and the Sunstrike.
He knows how to use Sunstrike.
He does. You're right. That is interesting, isn't it? Who would have thought?
This is going to just be an entire base swing. They push so fast with this Necro 3 and Alacrity.
Put it on Wraith King here. Speeds away at the middle tower. Lich gets arrowed. That's the whoops. This is probably game, though. SFTe-sports looking to close out game number 1 here against Team Moriarty. And they say, yep, let's just go for Tier 4. There is still the Tier 2 bottom, so pretty much their only choice at this point, and why not? Necrophil still has 30 more seconds. Earthshaker's going to be up, but he won't even have his Echo Slam. So.
Wow, you went full robot there.
Full robot, huh? Am I back now?
Yeah,
I'm back up. My stream looks good at least, so that's good. Yeah, that's another kill. So the overtime, the stat padding, whatever you want to call it, that's what we're seeing here. Oh, Pexi goes down. Lana found the
pick.
He had
a monster kill streak. He was 8-0 prior to that.
All those whoops are adding up. All right, the game of not giving up, though, for Team Moriarty. Still going in. Wraith King, no, he's also still going in. Beats down the A in 2 hits. And now the Necrophos, the Reaper Scythe that didn't get the kill, but it secures it. However, Necrophos, oh god, that regen is just enough. Another Wraithfire Blast, though, and yes, finally. Attacks are too much. Ultra kill. Let's get the Rampage before the GG. Go! Attack! Oh, chill with the Sprout. Ruining it. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay.
Ooh, that was a crit. Would have been enough.
No crit. So you have to settle for the unstoppable. All right, so good victory for SFTe. Credit to Moriarty, though. Again, they played solid here in game number 1, but just not to be the Thompson Invoker. See, now that was the first game where, personally, that I've gotten to cast a Thompson Invoker and genuinely been pretty impressed by it. The Quaswex clearly worked that game.
Yeah, I suppose, what is it, 1 for 3 now of games we've casted?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah. Did finally connect that game, though. They held tempo the whole game. The Wraith King had room for days. So, that's game 1. See if Moriarty can change up the game plan going game 2.
All right, guys. We're going to take a short break. The SkinCoin WCA, game number 2 coming up, could be our final game. We'll see if SFT can close it out or if Team Moriarty is going to force that 3rd game. Once again, type !SkinCoin in chat for the giveaway information, as well as go to skincoin.org and get ready for the newest cryptocurrency on the market here in the esports world especially, where you can trade in for your favorite CSGO and even, of course, Dota 2 skins as well. So, again, skincoin.org for more information there. BreakyCPK joined by ZrRock, guys. We'll be right back here. Game number 2 coming up next.